I like to keep my fire like idling. This is what I call an idle. It's just enough to keep it kind of moving along, keep it hot in the middle. I can push some things on top of the hot areas of the flames. There's very subtle flames underneath the log. I can build it up whenever I want and make it huge again if I want to cook. Just let it hang out and just idle until it's needed. I don't have a fire raging all the time. I don't have to keep a fire raging to keep it alive. I think knowing how to idle a fire is incredibly advantageous in the forest. Conserves on the resources, all the firewood. Conserves on my calories, having to go grab all that firewood and cut it up, chop it up, prep it, everything else. Having to build another fire, this one goes out. It's just far more efficient than keeping a fire running the whole time. I don't run the heat all the time at home, right? When it warms up, I shut it off. Same thing. Let the fire die down and idle. Alright, so you see that the fire is starting to get a low idle. It's starting to die down. There's no more little subtle flames. That's all. That's all I gotta do. Now it gives it something else to work off of, back and forth. The embers in the stick will work off the embers in the log. I have the log propped up, just how it was when it was burning. And all around my fire pit I have all these things that I can add if I need to slightly increase it. That's all there is to it. Now this thing is perfectly idling, nice and hot. It's actually accelerating right now because I put a new piece of fuel next to the hottest heat source. So I'll probably burst into flame in a moment. I also have this right here, this big ember chunk. If I want to accelerate it further, I could drag that over and put it on top. That's how a fire is idled. I mean, this thing's ready to go. So accelerating, right? So if I want to slow it down a little bit, create a little space in between the two sticks, they're still going to interact. See the flame starting to flicker between the two? So my fire is incredibly hot right now, but it's in an idle state, not a blaze. There's a lot of subtleties to firecraft.